Hello, welcome to this short video which will introduce the first custom token on the Toronet network. And this custom token is called the Espees. The Espees are a community-based token. It's a stable coin. It's a stable coin reserved by the Toros. The Toro itself is a stable coin. So this keeps in line with the theme of and the objective of the network. The Toronet blockchain network is like similar to blockchains like Ethereum, can run smart contracts, right? So because it can run smart contracts, it's able to sustain projects and custom ERC20 tokens, or even more complex program assets like for supply chain management, right? So this basically builds on programmable assets, just like on the Ethereum blockchain. But differently from the Ethereum blockchain, projects cannot simply come in and set up tokens, and this is because the Toronet blockchain is geared towards specific communities, and for this community, fidelity, security is more important than simply allowing any project to come set up all different kinds of projects, some of them speculative, some of them pyramid schemes, and some of them might actually be undesirable. For the Toronet network, we want to avoid that so that we build the trust in the system. And so tokens that are created will be tokens that have been voted and approved by the entire community using the governance tokens. So it is decentralized, but it is managed by the decentralized entities that form the network. All right, anybody can join, but existing members who have governance tokens get to have a say in if they want any token or project on the network. And the Espees has been accepted on this network. The Espees also did set up a validator node, so they are able to validate and generate transactions in a decentralized manner, just like any other node that is a validator. But in addition, the Espees network, the Espees Foundation did set up also its own custom token. It's a community-based token, as I said earlier, and it's intended for members of the community to make payments, donations, exchange value amongst the community in a secure manner. So the Espees, of course, has been tested internally, but this is the first time it's going to be used and tested on the test network. And to do that, we will go to the wallet. It's also been integrated in the wallet. It's been integrated on the Explorer as well. Initially, let me go back to the Explorer. Initially, there are no Espees transactions. Like I said, this is a brand new addition to the blockchain. Besides in a test, very controlled test environment. So here on this network, there are currently no Espees transaction. Okay, so we will create the first SP transaction. To do that, I will get a hold of the reserve address and generate the first Espees, which will be backed by Toros. So let's create a brand new wallet as an example, and have Espees be minted from it. So we will just create a brand new address. Let's say this is for the Espees. So I will set up a password for this account and save the key, just as an example. And this account will deposit dollars into the reserve in order to mint the Espees. Okay, so this account has been created. Let's copy that. So this would be the SP account. Let me save that somewhere. Okay, and we will go ahead and make an actual physical deposit of the amount of Toros, first dollars, of course, because the Toro itself is a dollar stablecoin. So we'll deposit dollars in there in an external reserve, and the dollars will be imported onto the network. Okay, so this is the process of an external deposit is going to be recorded by a teller or in one of the nodes that receives the stablecoin dollars for the Toro Foundation, and so this is going to be deposited in an actual bank account. We're just going to mint 1,000 because it's the testnet environment, and so we have that amount. Okay, we are going to send that to the reserve. Okay, so I'm going to send that to the Toro reserve. Actually, I will send that to the reserve address to mint it. Okay. Alright, that's fine. This is a test environment, so I believe someone did set the fees a little bit. The fee rate is currently in the test mode, so it's a little bit higher than it should be. I'm gonna send a little bit less just because of that. Okay, so it's been sent successfully. I will see that US dollar transfer 800 total US dollars with this fee. Alright, so that's been done. So the next thing we will do is we're going to generate the first Espees in the reserve. Okay. And then we'll go to the Espees. Espees are digital stable coins. So they are the only coins in this category currently. At this moment, there's just Espees. For fiat stable coins, there's several. For Toros, there's just the Toro right now. And for cryptos right now, we have Ethereum. We're going to look at those later. Or we can look at that separately. Okay, so this is the first time we're going to have Espees on the network, and we will just start with 1,000 of this. Okay, we do not want to put that in a reserve. Let's go use the SP account that we had before that transferred the funds to the reserve. Okay. Alright, so now we have SPs in the system. And so the first thing I will do is I will take a look at all the balance. I think that is all that's going to be in this account because the $1,000 that they deposited was already sent. So yes, this is all that's in this account right now. And as far as transactions, we can see all the list of transactions of this account. They did have US dollars which they transferred, including the fees, and then they have SPs created. Alright, so we can now go back to the Explorer and take a look at that, and then we start making payments in Espees. I have another account which I can receive funds as, so I will send a payment to my other account in Espees. Okay, my account is this. Okay, copy my account and then go back to the Espees and send some Espees. Okay. Okay, so that's to my address, and I'll send 200 Espees. Okay, no fee has been currently set, but later on, the foundation and the owners of the owners of the SPs will set the fees on their own. So those will be parameters set by whoever is managing the SP currency. Okay. Oh, I sent send that to myself. Let me make sure I copy it. It's gonna copy it. Okay. Let's do that again. Send the 200 not to my own address, but to my other account as a test. Alright, so that is good. So we can see this is the only transaction in here. When we look into the summary, okay, we see that we have 800 SPs left, and in the group of transactions we see the SPs transfer. It was transferred 200 ESPS to this account. Alright, and now when I go back to my other account that received the SPs, which is 200, I'm gonna log in, and we will see as well that this account received from that address into this account, and the balance now includes 2 SPs. So SPs are able to be exchanged as payments or donations between accounts at this point. And one quick note is when we go back to the Explorer and we refresh, which I just did, my receiving account, the Explorer also shows the same thing that the wallet shows. So we see the transfer of SPs shown in here from the receiving account, and when we look at the sending account from, we'll see all the SP transactions from there as well. Okay, so this did deposit 1,000 US dollars, transferred it to the reserve, and got the SP minted, created, and then transferred the SPs over to the other address. That's an SP transfer. One more thing is when we go to look at view SP transactions, we see there's currently right now just the one SP transaction. So previously it said there was no SP transaction. Now there is, which was the one single transfer from this account to this account of 200 SPs. Now other tokens that have been up here for a longer time have generated more transactions. For instance, if we looked at the dollar transactions, we'll see a lot more. Now that the SP is available to be tested, anyone can come in. Of course, this is the beta test period, so do test it. Let us have your feedback. And so one more final thought on this project. We are very happy to have the SPs. This is, of course, a needed direction. The world is going in the direction of digital tokens. Several countries and jurisdictions are setting up their own uh, current. It's usually called CBDCs, central bank digital currencies. China is forming one, and several countries are forming others. There's a lot of assets now in digital currencies, and what SPs allows this community is a way to interact with that new economy. Right now, with the SPs being part of this network, um, stablecoins can be exchanged for SPs. SPs can actually also be exchanged for stablecoins. Payments can come and be imported through other cryptocurrencies like Ethereum, since this network has a bridge to Ethereum. So we can make exchanges to Toro and back from Toros, or receive Ethereums and then exchange those to Toros and then to SPs. So being part of this community allows SPs to and members of the community to be able to partake of this new digital economy. And another thing also is because the Toronet network is a highly safe network that's been governed in a trusted manner. Like I said, we do the community vets and votes on projects that are allowed, so that the trust and transparency can be engendered in the community. We want to avoid a lot of things that exist in the crypto uh, industry. It's more important because of the focus that this network is on, and so that is another advantage of tokens and projects that will be part of this network. And one of the first is the SPs. So yes, thank you for watching this video, and this concludes this presentation.